What's up, everybody? So, between a comment made a while ago by somebody and a conversation I saw today on Twitter, talking about being partnered on Twitch and how that works, and just it's got me thinking. Uh, the way a lot of people look at it, and I think that a lot of younger cats have the wrong idea. Um, you know, this idea was inspired by Bass B and CJ Music. They were discussing you know how to build yourself. Where do you go from here? You got the partnership now. How do you execute on the plan? And I think he's got the right idea. CJ Music's a partnered streamer, head of Generation Retro stream team on Twitch, and I think he's got it right. I think he's going to be a-okay. But this goes for like a lot of other cats. They seem to think that the partnership is the payoff. Like you do all this, you get the partnership, boom, now you're set. Look at you. Now you're a pro streamer. See, I think it's the other way around. I think that think of it like college. You do all this work, you graduate college, you get your bachelor's, master's, doctorate, however long you go, but that piece of paper doesn't pay you any money. That just says that that you have the requirements that other people are looking for in order to pay you that money. I think partnerships the same way. You work real hard, you build up a following, you get the viewers, you do all this, and then Twitch, says, hey, here's your sub button, boom, or YouTube partners you, either way. Now you're partnered. That's not the end. That's the first step. You just graduated college. You just got your degree. Now that says to, people who do, like especially with Twitch, conventions want to hire out streamers to do panels or host things, or a game company wants to host you to launch their product, or do some, special release or play your game, things like that. It's the same way. That sub button just says, hey man, I got a dedicated following and I can reach out to people. So you know that I at least have X amount of people. So if you have me use your or display your product, then you'll get it out to so many people. That's all that says. But a lot of people think that you get that partnership and that's the payoff. The reality of it is that the pay, yeah, you do get a little bit of, you get your sub money and you get some ad revenue money, but it's not enough to really pay the bills, especially like if me, like an adult, you own a house, you got kids, car payments, all that good stuff like that. I could never survive off something like that, but it takes all the other things that go along with it to pay the bills and continue to be successful. And I think, a lot of cats see partnership, all right, boom, and then they hit that and plateau. And they just pump the brakes and think that this is where it's at. I'm just going to coast this out and I'll just get 1,000 subs and I'll make a bunch of money that way. And, realistically, it's not going to happen. A lot of people that are watching streams on Twitch are high school kids or just or broke college kids, whatever. They don't have enough money to spare. And even though it's only $5 a month, that's $5 even going towards something else, That's some dollar menu junk off McDonald's or a burrito at Moe's on Monday or something. I mean, it's you got to think about it like that. You got to think about how many people, not how many people in your group can support you financially. It's how many people in your group can't, and you're fine. That number often outweighs the people that can. So what do you do to keep them around, and how do you utilize them as a viewership to excel your brand forward, even though they're not paying this, not paying you $5 a month or whatever it is to sub to your thing. They're still coming in and viewing, and they're still driving traffic to your stream, and or your YouTube page. So you got to think about it like that. But you have to take that and go to these game companies and go, hey, for a nominal fee, I'll play your game exclusively, or hey, do you want me to MC a launch party, or if it's a competitive game, hey, do you want me to MC a tournament? Do you want me to compete in a tournament? Do you want to do some of this or some of that? Like, you have to do these things and use yourself as a brand. Treat yourself as a business. And the other thing a lot of cats think is they're afraid that, oh, if I do all these things, I'm going to sell out and all my viewership is going to leave. I mean, if that's the case, then I don't really know that your viewership was ever true to you in the first place. I would think that if you said, hey, I have this opportunity to do, do a Call of Duty thing. Like, say you got hit by one of the big AAA games, you argue over Call of Duty all you want, it still makes a ton of money, and it still has a huge following on the global player scale. So, think about it. If you get in, if somebody like that comes to you, take it, man. Don't consider that selling out. Consider that growing your business. And if your community is true to you, then you know what's going to happen. Then they're going to stick around, and they're going to be like, hey, man, this is cool. Like, it's cool that I'm seeing you get bigger. It's cool that I was here on the ground floor. And I mean, there's something to be said for that too, and it's so long as that you use whatever you get to come back, put it back into the product and make it bigger, make it better, do these things, then people will recognize that and they'll like it. So that's it. I'm done rambling. I just wanted to say that because Twitter only lets 140 characters, and that was way more than 140 characters. So until next time, peace.